Great. Okay. I'll just say one more segment about the homelessness topic. So every year they conduct counts of the number of people experiencing homelessness in
Yes.
Seattle and King County. And when the nonprofits and government agencies write up reports about what that data shows, they tend to give attention to the fact that homelessness disproportionately affects people of color and people identifying as LGBTQ+. But I seldom, if ever, see them draw attention to the fact that homelessness disproportionately affects men. So in other words, there's a homelessness gender gap that receives not so much attention. So those of us who advocate for men's well-being and equal treatment for men, we've noticed the societal reluctance sometimes to acknowledge sex-based disparities or gender gaps where males are most impacted.
Yeah.
Of course, suicide is a major example, and then homelessness is quite a in-our-face example too. Everyone in Seattle knows about the homelessness problem, but we don't think of it as a gender inequity.
No, we don't tend to. I think most people feel like men can fend for themselves out there. I mean, especially if they choose to be out on the streets. I don't know who in their right mind would choose to live on the streets, but some people actually do. But when we see a woman out there on the streets, homeless, especially with a child or two, we tend to have a lot more compassion for her. We tend to make sure that she has a place to stay, to be safe and out of the elements, and the kids can be safe as well. That's just kind of our human nature of our society and our social beings. Yes, men do make up a much larger percentage of the homeless population. But I think that we tend to, we don't tend to have the same amount of compassion for them. I've met several homeless folks who, used to work for Boeing, for instance, for 25 years. They lost their job when they got near retirement. They ran into financial challenges. They lost their home, and now they're on the street. And these are guys in their 50s and 60 years of age. And that's just a shame, because obviously they're not suffering from mental health or drug problems or anything like this. We should be able to get those kind of folks on their feet pretty quickly, get them another job and a place to live. So this is what I mean by really going and identifying each and every one of the number range from 10 to 14,000 people on the streets of Seattle. We need to know who each and every one of them are and be able to provide whatever services they need to help them get back on their feet and back to a life of productivity and joy and happiness and safety and comfort. We all have these essential, primary needs. Each human needs a place to call home, shelter. We need food and need water. And if you don't have any of those things, you're really going to be struggling from day to day, just trying to make it in this world.
Yeah.